Okay, so this is going to be the July 2023 reading for the sign of Leo. So anyone with prominent Leo placements in your birth chart, thank you so much for being here. I do want to go into a little bit of the astrology just to cover the moon cycles for the month of July to provide an overall theme for the month that we need to be aware of. And then I'll go into pulling the cards to get more details around the energy that should be coming through for the sign of Leo for the month of July. So thank you again for being here. I'm also time-stamping the astrology and the tarot portion. So for those of you who are not interested in listening to the astrology, you can just easily go into the tarot reading and then watch the rest of the video from there. So on July 3rd, the full moon will happen in the sign of Capricorn. So here the overall theme for the month of July is going to ask us to really think about what is important to us, what we truly value, and where are we investing our time, our energy, our resources, and even our money. And are the things that we are investing in providing any results, and are they adding anything to the overall quality of our life? So this full moon is going to provide us an opportunity to assess that and to make changes if we do determine that the focus we've had has been on things that are really not of, great value to us regarding what really is important. The last thing the Capricorn energy wants to do is waste time and energy, right? And effort. They are a work-oriented sign, and therefore results are really important and are a high priority in the Capricorn's life, right? So even though we're not speaking of Capricorn people specifically, we are discussing the energy of Capricorn and how it should be playing out or affecting us in general for the month of July. So looking at the results, is there anything that it's adding to us, or are we wasting time? Determination, resiliency, dependability, putting in the work this month will be of a major theme. So we are all going to be working, really hard at something the month of July. And then also just looking at success and what that means to us. When do we know that we have succeeded? When does that point come, right? Because the Capricorn energy is such a work-oriented type of energy. When do we feel truly successful, and what does success mean to us? That is very subjective to different people. So after that, we'll be assessing that and looking into that. By July 17th or mid-month, the new moon will be in Cancer. So we are already looking and thinking about what is really important to us. And I think that at the end of the day, we are going to come into a consensus or determine that what is really important to us is what fulfills us emotionally on a heart soul level. A lot of the times that is our family, that is our home environment, right? That is our spirituality and our soul calling. And so Cancer does govern a lot of these aspects of life. So we are going to probably pay more attention to these parts of our lives and to our families and children and parents and all of that, and to really understand that at the end of the day, that is what is most important. And we are sort of doing away with the additional distractions and all of the matrix-like of things that we distract ourselves with. The same day, the nodes of the moon change. So the nodes of the moon are in specific signs for about a year and a half or so. So we're coming out of the Taurus-Scorpio axis, and now we are entering the Aries-Libra axis. So the nodes talk about a more collective energy, like at the masses of humanity and the direction that humanity should be taking for the next year and a half. So we're moving in a certain direction and we're moving away from another place. So we are moving toward the Aries concepts, the Aries energy, and moving away from the Libra, right, with the South Node in Libra. And so the North Node being in Aries is going to have us embracing individuality and really thinking about the I am concept. Who are we? Who am I? Aside or separate from relationship dynamics of all kinds, not just romantic relationships, Who am I aside from my family dynamics? Who am I aside from, you know, my social circles? Who am I aside from or separate from my work environment and the role that I have in my job? Who am I aside from this 20-year marriage that I've been in forever, right? So thinking really individualistic, thinking about independence compared to dependence. I do think that a lot of codependent relationships will start to fizzle out. I am not saying that everyone in the world is going to get divorced and going to break up and everybody's going to be single. I do think that there will be a higher amount of that if, especially codependent relationships, you know, that are not meant to work out. People will probably have more of an inclination and more confidence to leave these types of relationships. But I'm not saying that people are going to be getting divorced, but I'm just saying that we are embracing individuality. Who am I aside from my husband or my wife out of this relationship type of thing, and really thinking to oneself about, you know, their soul purpose and their journey here on earth, and moving toward something that we need to do for ourselves by ourselves. So not needing the support systems, not needing people to push us and motivate us, not needing to go to others for advice, right, or opinions, knowing confidently that we are headed toward a certain path and we need to do something. Our soul is calling for us to do something. It's a new start with that Aries energy. So it's something that, you know, we have not been in before. It's like a new concept or new way of being. And again, there is heavy concepts of needing to do something for ourselves by ourselves. Okay. So yeah, so that is the astrology that I wanted to cover for today's video. All of the additional aspects that are happening throughout the month of July, I will cover week to week in the weekly readings that I do. If you haven't seen those, please check those out. Those come out on a weekly basis. Subscribe to the channel so that way you don't miss them. Of course, please like this video if you are inclined. If you got any meaning or perspective out of today's video, I would really appreciate it. If you're interested in working with me, I do personal readings. I work with clients. My information is in the channel as well. And other than that, we can get started with the tarot portion. All right, so what is the overall personal energy for the sign of Leo for July 2023, please? Overall energy for Leo, July 2023. All right, so we have the Four of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. So you are resting. There's a need to rest. There is a need to get out of one's mind, get out of the mental anxiety, the mental angst. Releasing, I'm feeling. There's a need to release. There's a need to nurture. There's self-love, self-healing, putting oneself first, nurturing the heart, nurturing the body. Maybe you're spending some more time with a parent or something so you can feel loved and nurtured and sort of babied right now. Maybe you're coming out of a really harsh situation that maybe you feel a little burnt out. Like there was a lot that just happened, a lot that you just went through, and you just need to breathe and release and exhale and maybe sleep. When we sleep, our body heals. It's really important. That's why it's so important to have a healthy sleep cycle, especially if your body has been through a lot of physical activity. Even if you haven't, but there's been a lot of mental activity or a really harsh heartbreak or something like that. I mean, all of this takes a toll on the body. So sleeping is like sort of healing your cells in your body and bringing them back to life and making them healthy again. But yeah, I just feel like sleeping and nurturing and just feeling safe and comfy and cozy and secure somewhere. Like there's a need to feel like I am taken care of. I cannot take care of myself right now. I need somebody to take care of me. You may be doing this for someone as well. There's a need to be in control of your emotions and really listen to your heart and allow your heart to guide you and to speak to you. Again, get out of your mind, get into the heart. There's something that you've been working on. The month of July, you're not only, I just feel like the month of July, it's like you are focusing on yourself. You're making yourself a priority as far as self-love and healing and nurturing yourself and working. Like you're just sticking to yourself right now. The only things that are important to you this month is yourself and work. Everything else can wait. If there are things that people need from you, people are expecting from you, everything else can wait this month. There's just like maybe you're working a lot. So on your downtime or on your off time, you need to put in the rest in order for you to handle your job right now as well. But aligning that, balancing that out. Once again, try to listen to your heart. Get out of your mind. Like, put down like all the extra responsibilities or obligations. Like, those are just perceptions. Just think of what is really, really important. And I think you understand that it is your well-being from not just a physical perspective, but also an internal perspective, like spiritual and mental, emotional. So your overall well-being is what is priority in July, as well as your job. What is in the environment for Leo for July, please? What is in Leo's environment for the month of July? All right. So we have the Queen of Wands. So in your environment, there is someone who is hyper high level of energy. Or your environment is causing you or needing you to have a high level of energy. Therefore, all the rest when you are on your downtime. Because there's a need to perform at a high level this month. The Eight of Swords, this fell out backwards or reversed. So you have the Page of Cups, the Eight of Swords reversed. Give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so a need to be active, a need to perform at a high level. There is a new energy around something that you care about, like a new love opportunity. Doesn't have to be romantic. There could be like a young person involved here, a child coming through that you need to have a high energy level for, to handle, to take care of, to be with. There's excitement here though. So there's excitement coming through around this new love opportunity, this new thing that you feel emotionally connected to and emotionally excited for, or someone feels emotionally connected to or excited for. But it's also bringing a level of anxiety. The Eight of Swords. I mean, it is, yes, it is a level of anxiety, but it's more so feeling like we need to get out of a situation. So it's coming out reversed. So I think that in your environment, if you did feel like you were trapped in something, or you couldn't really get out of something, or it was just like, I need to be here, I'm obligated to be here, something in your environment comes through that wants you to come out of it. Or maybe you feel like, oh, like I wish I, for instance, let's just say it's a work thing, right? Like you're working, you know, you have a really, like your schedule is like a rigorous schedule, right? Like you work so many hours a week, you barely have any downtime, and when you do, you have to rest. And so there's something happening in your environment that you, if you weren't working, you would totally be doing. You would be really, really excited about it. But something is preventing you from playing, basically. Something's preventing you from play this month. And you want to play, but you can't play because you have to work. That's like real bluntly put here by the cards. So you may be tempted and yearning and wishing and daydreaming about, you know, activities and things that you want to do this month. And you're just like, I need to get out of this place. Like you can't wait for 5 o'clock, or you can't wait for Fridays, or, you know, it's just like, get me out of here already. All right, let's see what is in the rest of the details for the month, please. Let's start off with the beginning of the month. What is the energy for Leo for the beginning of July? Okay. So you have the 10 of Pentacles. So you're working hard at something, working for money. There's money involved, stability, security. All of this work is probably paying off. Like you probably feel really secure with your financial situation right now. Especially at the beginning of July. 5 of Wands. 9 of Pentacles. You have the 10 and 9 of Pentacles here, which is great energy for finances, for being independent, for being stable, secure, established. But there's some misalignment here. And I don't know what that's about. Usually the 10 and the 9 of Pentacles are like I said, all of those secure things, stable things. So for a need to be aligned or not being aligned, like that type of energy coming through here is just a little weird. There's 3 of Wands over here. Pentacles and Wands. Stable, secure, passionate, and fiery, action-oriented. Choices, waiting for results. You're waiting for results. Maybe there are things, maybe there's some type of investments that you are wanting to make or that you have been working on. There's other people involved that you're waiting on, in a sense. So it's like I don't have any control of that. I have control of what I can control. And what I can control is good. Like I have my shit together. Everything checks out. You know, everything looks good. but the environment, the outer part of it, like whoever else is involved that you're waiting on, is a little messy and not as put together as you are. So there's a sense of waiting on something or someone to get their shit together, basically. It does feel like an investment, though, for most of you. Things are already set in motion. Like, it's not a beginning, it's not an ending. Like, you're in motion of this investment somehow. So therefore, there's already been the decision made. The plan has been initiated. But there are other departments involved. There are other, like, regulations involved, people involved. And those are the things that are taking a while, taking their time and not aligned at the beginning of July. You have the Seven of Swords. Please get out of your head. There's no need. If this is you that is in your head, but there's a need, like, inclination to be extremely strategic about a situation. Someone is observing someone really closely as well. You should watch the Aries reading. It's the same vibe. Be careful. Okay, like, whatever you're waiting on, whatever these other departments are, or other people are that you're waiting on, like I said, you have your shit together, but other people don't. Don't trust that. I don't care how much you care about these people, about this project or plan that you've put into place. I don't care how excited you are about this investment and you, like, want it to go through. I don't care how close you think you are to someone, that you completely trust them. And I mean, there is something missing. There's a puzzle piece that is not put together here, and it is missing intentionally. It's not like if it's an accident. So someone is keeping something from you intentionally because they have their own agenda and they have their own strategy. What is this about, please? Middle of the month. This is coming more so in the middle of the month. What happens in the middle of the month? Mercury enters Leo. That's July 11th. So based off of where you're at, where this is playing out, there could be a more dramatic situation happening here as it relates to others or in communication. Six of Pentacles paired with the Seven of Swords. Page of Pentacles. This has to do with your money. It has to do with your stability, security. Like I was saying earlier, we start off the month already knowing that your work, your job, these things are of high relevance in July. A lot of Pentacle cards coming through here for you. Be careful with your money. Don't give anybody access right now. Again, I don't care how close you are to people or how much you want a situation. Like, just wait. Just wait. Wait for the other people to show up, to see and have clarity about what they are bringing to the table, to see and have clarity as to their part of this project or whatever this is. Like, wait for proof. Don't take anyone's word for it this month. Somebody is pretending to help. Somebody is pretending to have your best interest at heart. Somebody is pretending to be on your side and like, yeah, like, I got you. Don't worry about it. Like, you know, I don't even care if it's a family member. Like, I am feeling really like my guard is up in this reading. Like, I'm a little anxious for you. You're balancing things out. You're weighing out options middle of the month. Maybe you find something out about the missing piece or the missing piece of the puzzle, whatever somebody was hiding from you. It comes through in the middle of the month, and therefore it's like you need to reassess it. You need to change course. You need to change the plan somehow. Even though you already started it, there's changes involved here. What else? Do not let your guard drop. 3 of Pentacles. More Pentacles. There's communication at the end of the month. There's collaboration. People being on the same page. I feel like, okay, like you're going to somebody or a department or somewhere, and it's just like, this is everything that happened. Like you're telling someone the story, and you need help to fix it and to course correct. I feel like support does come through. You do get the help. Hopefully because you had your shit together so well that maybe it wasn't as bad as it could have been or something like that. The Knight of Swords. Someone just speaking, like being blunt, being clear, like someone is giving you your options and telling you like where things stand. At the end of the month, you're dealing with someone who's not really like beating around the bush. They're a very clear communicator, and they're giving you all of the facts of a situation. I do want to go into this 7 of Swords energy along with the 5 of Wands energy and see what's up here. Get more information. What does Leo need to know about the 5 of Wands and the 7 of Swords? The Hermit. Someone's being quiet about it. Again, it's someone you don't expect. This is a quiet, more experienced, more mature, older. They give off this energy. They fly under the radar. They perceive themselves as wise. Like the others perceive them as wise. They come across this way. They come across really quiet and calm to themselves. This is also asking you to be wise about the situation that you're in and not be so gullible and influential. No, not influential. Influenced. Don't be easily influenced. Don't be gullible. Stand your ground. Again, go and connect to your heart. What is your heart saying about the situation? Your intuition. Stand your ground on it. What is this? 5 of Wands. Things are not coming together. Things are not coming together between a hermit type of person and a Queen of Wands. Sorry, that's the Queen of Wands over here. Queen of Cups type of person. Could be your mother or a feminine motherly role. Things not coming together. And two people are holding their ground or being a little bit stubborn on something. So there's no alignment, there's no compromise at the beginning of the month. What is the Seven of Swords? The Sun, clarity, realization. The Nine of Swords. Someone got caught. Someone feels guilty. Someone feels pressured. Too many. Tell me about the Seven of Swords, please. Give me more specifics. Be more specific. Three of Cups, King of Swords, Eight of Swords. Jeez. You're in a very materialistic energy. Your focus is on your money, on your stability, on building a good foundation, on really like responsible things of life. The 3D world. This other person is in their head, is using strategy, techniques, mind techniques. But why? Why? There's clarity, there's illumination here. For some of you, I feel this has to do with a pregnancy or a child or a baby or like the concepts of pregnancy, something like that. That's a small percentage of you, but that did come through. Like there is hidden agendas regarding pregnancy or getting pregnant. Other than that, middle of the month, there's illumination on strategic, a little manipulating tactics that someone is doing. They sort of get caught. What once felt as a really close-knit type of relationship is not anymore. Like, again, watch the Aries reading. It's very similar energy here. What is the Six of Pentacles? A person you thought had your back no longer has your back. This could be vice versa. Page of Wands. Yeah, this person is just playing the part, playing the role. They may be saying something, but they don't fully mean it. Yeah. Whatever they're telling you, they don't mean it. They don't fully mean it. There's a hidden agenda, hidden, like what their decision is, what they want is different from what they're telling you they want. I feel like someone being really, like on board with something, but they're not on board with it in reality. And you might feel it, like your instincts might be telling you like, yes, they're telling me these things that maybe they think I want to hear, but I don't feel authenticity. I don't feel like they're being honest about it. Like they're just telling me this thing to shut me up, basically. What am I doing? At the end of the month, like I said, you're communicating this with other people, maybe even with this person. It comes to light. There's truth that comes out in awareness. What is the truth and awareness for Leo at the end of the month? It's a lot of cards. A new beginning. Maybe there's some compromise. A new beginning, but not without some resentment. Yeah, there's some serious discussions happening at the end of the month here. It's like the truth comes out. Okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate that. But you're fucked up for doing it anyway. You're messed up for keeping it from me. Like, you should have said something. You should have said something. I feel that strongly. Someone is saying that. You should have just said it from the beginning. You should have just been honest from the beginning. Now I see you differently. Now I have resentment. Now I don't know if you know this is the truth or not. I do forgive you. I appreciate that you brought it. I mean, that you were open and honest about it. Like, it makes everything a lot better. I felt that you were holding something back. You should have just said something from the beginning. And there's like cycle ending here around, like, if it happens again, like, you need to say something, right? Like, two people coming together under, like, in an understanding of, you know, being open, being honest. It could be a work relationship as well. I feel that just because of all the pentacles going on. I mean, maybe for some of you it's a relationship dynamic, but I do feel it's a work partnership. Like, either you own a company with someone, or it's like your coworker, like you and another person, like your role and their role blend together in some way, and in order to achieve results and stuff like that, the both of you have to be on the same page. So yeah, that's what I feel. But at least at the end of the month, it's like, you know, people are being open, people are talking about it, coming to a compromise. But if you see this reading and you're already feeling it, you know, again, just be careful with the trust factor. You know, like, you don't want something to really take too long, like, to get done, like, because there's that waiting aspect at the beginning for other people to do their part, because you could end up sabotaging results or in some way, and just making it harder for you in the end of the month to fix. It does feel that the situation gets fixed. It's just there's other people that have to come in to help fix it. So if you don't want your superiors or, you know, anything like that to be involved, and you can handle it yourself, and you already feel that there's something missing from this person and they're not doing their part, catch it on time, catch it early, bring it up early, fix it early, something like that. So that way you don't overburden yourself or the situation later in the month. And you just sort of get it off your shoulders already, you know, like, this is a heavy thing, like whatever it is that you're waiting on. And then you'll have some time to play, at least, you know, for the second half of the month of July, which is your time, you know, the Leo time coming through here. So it does feel like I need to get work done before I take my vacation, or before I rest, or before my birthday, or, you know, like, there's plans coming up. There's something that you're excited about, right? That's coming through in July, but you cannot do it if you don't take care of these responsibilities and work situations, or whatever it is that you're obligated to. So yeah, but I think you're more than capable. Of course you are. I think, you know, you have the leadership skills to be able to get it done and take control of the situation. So, you know, I would just advise to just do it, to get it done, get it over with, do the hard work, put the hard work in early, so that way you can play later. Cool. All right. I mean, it doesn't seem too bad. Just watch out for the people involved. But yeah, if you were able to get any insight or perspective from your situation, from this reading, please like the video. I would really appreciate it. Leave a comment, let me know how this is working out or playing out in your life. Subscribe to the channel so that way you can see the rest of the videos that I put out. I would also love to have you on there as well. Other than that, Leo, I hope you have a really awesome month of July. Happy early birthday, and we will see you again soon. Thank you.